Hello, dear students, and welcome to our new class. This is our eighth lesson of these practices of English language. My name is Fabio, and I will be your professor today. So, guys, this class is being recorded for you in order to check it whenever you need it, right? So, we're going to start with our warm-up activity. So, in this case, I have selected this activity for you in which we have some different cards with different numbers, and each card has different vocabulary for you. Okay, so we're going to start with maybe with the number 10. Okay, a fast food restaurant. You have to select between A, B, or Z. Take some seconds to think. Very good. It's talking about a fast food restaurant, right? Nice. Let's go with number 8. Okay, here we have a clothes shop. A, B, or C, guys? A, of course. Talking about clothing, talking about fashion, right? Okay, maybe let's go with number 4. Okay, we have a car park. Which is the car park is option B. Of course it is. I'm sure that you have done well until this point. Okay, and finally we can go with number 3, maybe. So we got an information desk. What is information desk, guys? A, B, or C? I think it's obviously, by the way, it has the name here, right? So it's B. Information desk is like the place in which you require information, for example, in a mall center or in a hospital, right? And you need to know where are the offices, where are the jobs, so you can go to the information desk to get to know, right? What is the place in which the offices are. Okay, thank you very much for that. Now, everyone, we're going to talk about our main topic of the class. What is the main topic? The main topic is indefinite pronouns. And I am going to share with you my screen. Yes. And my question for you is, what is an indefinite pronoun? Okay. If you know what is an indefinite pronoun, so probably you can write down your answer on the chat, right? So please, if you know the answer, please write it on the chat in order for the professor to check your answer. If you don't know what is an indefinite pronoun, so you will have 5 minutes to go to any source that you want in order to investigate what is an indefinite pronoun. Okay, guys? So you will have to stop the video in this moment and you will come back with your answers and we will discuss what your answers are. Okay, so let's go. Okay, guys, thank you for that research. I hope that you have taken your 5 minutes to have a great research about indefinite pronouns using the technological devices that you have. Okay, so what is an indefinite pronoun? An indefinite pronoun is a subject that is totally undefined. I mean, it's not a girl, it's not a man, but it's like one person. So it's something that is not definite. It's something that is indefinite. For example, I say someone, anyone, no one, right? We're going to check a conversation in order to understand a little bit better this topic. So look at this. 1 second. Okay. Yes, we're going to go with this conversation, guys, in which we're going to use some indefinite pronouns in order for you to understand them better. So the title of the conversation is Request Salon Services. Okay, just let me know in your comments through the chat if you go frequently to a salon, to a beauty salon, or if maybe you prefer to do the beauty by yourself, you know? So let's go. Read and listen to someone request salon services. Okay, the methodology that we are going to use to represent this is I'm going to be the person A and you are going to be the person B. Okay, so let's go. I'm Linda Court. I have a 2 o'clock appointment for a haircut with Zin. Not at all. Can I get a manicure in the meantime? Okay, guys, thank you. I hope that you have followed me with the conversation. So now here we have the use of some indefinite pronouns. Which ones? We have someone, right? And well, I think that's the only one that we have. Someone is an indefinite pronoun because it is not a specific person. I mean, it could be a woman, it could be a man, it could be a doctor, it could be whatever. And we know that the indefinite pronoun can represent or can replace a profession or a person, specific person, right? Very good. Okay, guys, so now we're going to see some grammar structure. So indefinite pronouns, someone, no one, and anyone. I think that you have already listened about these indefinite pronouns because when we speak English, it's almost impossible to avoid them, right? So we're going to read a little bit. Someone, no one, and anyone are indefinite pronouns. Each refers to an unnamed person. Use indefinite pronouns when the identity of the person is unknown or unimportant. Okay, as I already mentioned at the beginning of the class, we use indefinite pronouns to represent an unknown person, somebody that, well, it is not like a specific, right? In this context or in this class, we're going to work with someone, no one, and anyone. But of course, also we have somebody, nobody, and anybody. By the way, someone and somebody, they are actually the same. You can use them. No one and nobody, it's the same case. And anyone and anybody are the same, right? So you can use this grammar to use it with their pairs, right? Okay, so we have the affirmative statement. In the affirmative statements, you need to use someone and no one. Only someone and no one. You cannot use anyone in the affirmative form, right? We're going to see some examples. Read with me. Okay, there is or there's someone ahead of you. There is no one ahead of you. What is the difference? Of course, that when we say no one, is because we have zero. So 0 people, 0 person, right? And when we have someone, it's because we have 1 person. That is the difference, right? For example, I don't know, in some of the meetings that you have, you can say, okay, no one came to the meeting, or someone came to the meeting. So that the difference is that we are talking about 0 or 1 person. That's all. Okay, another example. Someone is waiting for the manicurist, and no one is waiting for the manicurist. So as you can see, when we use an indefinite pronoun, we must use it with the third person conjugation. So what does it mean? That they are not considered as plural nouns. They are considered like as singular nouns, such as he, she, or it, right? So when you conjugate an action with someone or no one or anyone, you must add the s if this is the if it is the present simple form. For example, someone helps, no one needs, and anyone doesn't, you know. You cannot say anyone don't, no, anyone doesn't, right? Because it's the third person. Okay. And the last example we have, I saw someone at the front desk. So it means that you saw one person at the front desk, non-defined, unnamed person, unimportant person. Okay. Now, when it's negative, professor, what do you have to use? Well, very easy. You have to use negative statements. So you have to use anyone. So let's go with examples. First example is there isn't anyone waiting. Second example, I didn't see anyone at the salon, right? So as you can see, these examples are taking into account the negative form of the sentence. We have negative auxiliaries, such as the verb to be isn't, and such as the negative form of did, which is didn't, the past simple auxiliary in negative form, right? What happens? It's not possible to say, I didn't see someone. Not because someone is for affirmative statements. It's almost the same. I mean, if you want to have an affirmative statement, of course, you cannot say there is anyone. No, there is someone because someone is affirmative. So that is the idea with the indefinite pronouns, right? Okay. Now, also, of course, we can use them in questions, such as in Spanish, right? We can use indefinite pronouns in Spanish in any context, such as affirmative, negative of questions. So in this case, we are going to have some examples of questions, right? So let's read with me. Can anyone wash my hair? Can someone wash my hair? Second example, is there anyone at the front desk? Is there someone at the front desk? Last example, did you see anyone waiting for a shave? Did you see someone waiting for a shave? Okay. So what happens? In questions, you don't use no one. You use anyone. If you want to say that it's zero people, right? But if you want to say one person, you have to say someone. So that is the difference between anyone and someone in the questions, right? And as you see, you can use these indefinite pronouns in any tense and with any auxiliary or with any modal verb. I mean, you are free to use them with all the tenses, but only take into account how to use the grammar, and that's all. Okay, guys, thank you. So now, we need to be careful with something important. Use anyone, not no one, with the negative form of a verb. Don't say, I didn't speak to no one, right? So no one is affirmative, not negative. So you cannot say didn't no one. No, I didn't speak to anyone, not to no one. Because remember, no one is only used in affirmative statements and anyone is used only in negative statements or questions. Okay. So finally, as you already know, someone, no one, and anyone are referring to people, to human. But also we have indefinite pronouns for things. And here we have them. Indefinite pronouns such as something, anything, and nothing. You can use this exactly the same grammar for these indefinite pronouns. The difference is that when we talk about something, anything, or nothing, we are talking about things, not people. But they are exactly the same. I mean, you can use someone with something, no one such as nothing, and anyone such as not anything, right? Okay, something that I want you to clarify I want you to, yes, I want to clarify to you is that someone can be just like somebody. No one can be just like nobody, and anyone can be just like anybody, right? So you can use them in any of those contexts. Okay, very cool. Okay, everyone. So now it's time you can stop this video for a while to refresh your mind with the explanation that the professor has just given you in order to assimilate the information. Okay. As soon as you're ready, you can play the video again, and we're going to do some exercises in our production part, right? So, but before doing that, stop the video and think about it, okay? Okay, everyone, thank you for that. So if you needed to watch the explanation again, that would be amazing. That had to be amazing, okay? So now let's go with the practice. Okay, I want to ask you students to give some examples using indefinite pronouns, and you're going to write them on the chat in which everybody's going to watch your examples. And as soon as I see your examples, I'm going to give you the feedback. Okay. Try to use no one, anyone, and someone for creating your examples. Okay. So finally, everyone, we're going to go with the last exercise of the class, which is the production part. Okay. So in this part, we are going to practice with the, yes, with the indefinite pronouns, right? So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. And here we have the exercises. So we're going to read grammar practice. Complete each statement or question with someone, no one, or anyone. In some cases, more than one answer is correct. Okay. So, well, don't care about like having mistakes. It is okay, right? However, we are going to have the another part of the production in which I'm going to give you the feedback. So don't worry if you have some mistakes. The most important is to try, right? So take into account that more than one answer is correct. So we have several combinations. We have the first example in which the grammar is trying to explain to you how to develop your exercises. So in the first one we have there's someone or no one at the front desk. It's possible someone and no one because there's is affirmative. So whatever you want to use is okay. And in the other examples, of course, it happens the same. So guys, you're going to stop the video in this part. You will have 15 minutes to accomplish. And as soon as you finish, you can play the video again in order to get the feedback and to know the answers of the exercise, okay? So you can stop the video now. Thank you. Okay, guys, I hope that you have done all the exercises. And now we're going to see, or we're going to know the answers, right? So pay attention and try to see if your answers were good or not. Okay, let's go with number 2. They didn't tell anyone. It would be a long wait. Why anyone? Because it's negative auxiliary. It's didn't. Okay, number 3. Did you see someone giving a manicure? Someone or anyone, it's okay. Remember that for questions, you can use anyone or someone. Okay. Number 4, I don't have the nail file. I gave it to someone. In this case, it's affirmative, but we cannot use no one because, I mean, no one wouldn't have any sense because no one is 0%. So it's impossible that you gave something to no one. I mean, you gave something to someone, not to no one. Okay, let's go with number 5. There will be, okay, there will be someone here to give you a pedicure in a few minutes. Number 6. Someone can cut your hair at 12:30 if you can wait. Very good. Number 7. Please don't tell anyone the price. It was very expensive. It happens exactly the same. I mean, it's impossible to use no one. I mean, actually, no one, remember that this is only for affirmative, not for negative statements. So it's anyone, right? Number 8. Someone called and left you this message while you were waiting your shampoo. Okay, the answer is someone because it's affirmative. Okay, number 9. Please give this list of services to someone to read. Nice. Number 10. There wasn't anyone, or there wasn't no one in this case. Oh no, well, no one now because no one is only for affirmative. So there wasn't anyone there when she called for an appointment. What happens? It would be possible to use no one, but only if the auxiliary, in this case the verb to be, would be affirmative, such there was no one. There was no one, it's okay. And there wasn't anyone, it's okay too. And they mean the same. Okay, number 11. I didn't speak to no one. To anyone, I'm sorry. I didn't speak to anyone about the bad haircut. Okay, nice. Number 12. Okay, someone told me that the salon offers shiatsu massage now. Good. And the final one is I didn't ask anyone about the price. Okay, guys, I hope you have done good job, right? And well, that's all about this activity. I hope that you have learned several things about indefinite nouns. Indefinite nouns, yes. Indefinite pronouns too, I mean. And well, guys, now that you know and that you have understood, I'm sorry, how to use indefinite pronouns, I invite you to continue practicing. If you have any doubt, you can ask me through the chat, team chat that we already have, or also through the Skype group that we have created. Remember that this class will be able for you to watch it at any moment that you need. And as a final assignment or as a final assessment, I invite you to create a conversation in which you use several indefinite pronouns, and you can write the conversation, I'm sorry, and you can share it through the chat. And of course, I will be giving you all the feedback of your contributions. Okay, so that would be all for today, everyone. I hope that you have enjoyed, and the most important, that you have learned. And well, we'll see you in the next opportunity. So have a very good day. We'll see you later.